This is a day I've been looking forward to 2.5 years. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And Apple has been, first of all, one of very fortunate to have to work on just one of these in your career. Apple has been very fortunate. It's been able to introduce a few of these into the world. 1984, we introduced the Macintosh. This didn't just change the Apple, it changed the whole computer industry. In 2001, we introduced the first iPod, and it didn't just change the way we all listen to music, it changed the entire music industry. Well, today we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is the widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is the revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is the breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone. You hear this? Now, actually here it is, but we're not. Leave it there for now. So, before we get into it, let me talk about the category of things that's most advanced phone called smartphone. So they say, and they typically combine phone plus an email capability, plus they say the internet and the baby internet and the wannabies and all have the plastic little keyboard on them. And the little problem is that they're not so smart and they're not so easy to use. So if you kind of make a business school 101 graph for the smart asset and the easy use asset, regular cell phone and kind of like that. They're not so smart and not so easy use. A smartphone are differently a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use it. But we don't want to do either one of these things. What we want to do is make a leap product that is way smarter than any mobile device has been and super easy use. This is what I found. Okay? So, we're gonna reinvent the phone. Now we're gonna start with a revolutionary user interface. interface is the result of years of research and development, and of course the interplay of hardware and software. Here's for smartphone, right? Molecular BlackBerry, Palm Trail, the usual suspect. And what's wrong with their user interface? Well, the problem with them is really sort of in the bottom fourth there. This stuff right here. They all have the keyboard that there when you need them or not to be there. And they all have the control buttons that are fixed in plastic, and the same for every application. Every application wants a slightly different interface, a slightly optimized set of buttons just for real. And what happens when you think the great idea 6 months from now? It can run around at the bottom of the thing that's shipped. So what do? It doesn't work because the buttons and the controls can't change. They can't change for each application. They can't change down the road because think about a great idea I want to add to this product. Well, how do you solve it? It turned out we have solved it. We solved it in computers 20 years ago. We solved with a bitmap screen that can display anything we want, put anything, any user interface, and a point device that we solve with a mouse, right? We solved this problem. So how would I take this to a mobile device? What we're gonna do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. Now, how are we gonna communicate? We don't care about the mouse, right? So what we're gonna do? Oh, style it, right? You will style it. No. Who want a stylist? You have to get them and put them away. Yeah, nobody wants a stylist. So not you a stylist. We're gonna use the best pointer device in the world. You want the point we're all born with 10 of them. Your fingers. We touch it with our fingers, and even invented new technology called molded touch, which is phenomenal. It works like magic. You don't need a stylus. It's far more accurate than any touch this way that have ever been shipped. It ignores unintended touches and super smart. You can do multi-finger gesture on it, and boy, I have repatterned it. So we've been very lucky to have brought a few revolutionary user interfaces to the market in our time. First with the mouse, the second with the click wheel, and now we're gonna bring multi-touch to the world. And each revolutionary interfaces has made possible a revolutionary product, the Mac, the iPod, and now the iPhone. So a revolutionary interface, we're gonna build on top of that with software. Now software on mobile phones is like baby software. It's not so powerful. And today we're going to show you a software breakthrough, so at least 5 years ahead of what's on any other phone. Now how do we do this? Well, we start with a strong foundation. iPhone OS 10 runs OS 10. Now why would we want to run such a sophisticated operating system on a mobile device? Because it's got everything we need. It's got multitasking. It's got the best networking. It already know how to power, and we've been doing this on mobile computer for years. It's got software security and the right apps. It's got everything from Coco and the graphics and the core animation build, and it's got the audio and video that OS 10 is famous for. It's got all the stuff we want, and it's built right in to iPhone. And that's how it let us create desktop class application and networking, right? Not the cripple stuff that you find on most phone. This is real desktop class application. You know, one of the pioneers of our industry, Alan Kay, has a lot of for 12 years, and I ran across one of them recently that explain how we look at this, explain why we go about doing things the way we do, because we love software. And here's a quote: people who are really serious about software should make their own hardware. You know, Alan said this 30 years ago, and this is how we feel about it. So we're bringing breakthrough software to mobile devices for the first time. Is 5 years ahead of anything on any other phone.